Quick Brown Fox jumps over Lazy Yellow Dog. Good evening, everyone. So, my plan was initially not to stream Farming Simulator today. I do apologize for the lack of variety with the streams lately. I've just been busy and have not really had time. So, I was just like, I'll play Farming Simulator because I want to play Farming Simulator. So I'm playing Farming Simulator. Because the thing is, I was going to play Loot Plot. But I don't know how long I would get out of it because I've never played it before. So if it's only like an hour-long stream, well, I'm transferring files between hard drives right now. And it says about 50 minutes remaining. But it said about an hour, 40 minutes, and that was 2 hours ago. So there's probably about an hour and a half left. So it had to be something long enough where it's going to be an hour and a half or so, yet short enough where I'm not going to be here all day. But so the plan is, I think we might try a harvesting job, or I don't know, we kind of just have to do contract work because we're going into the time where, well, we have no money and it's another 5 months till our one field of our one field of crops is done. And if we look at the map, why does that say harvested? I planted it. I'm confused. It's fertilized. I'm confused. Open the game froze. Game? Great job! Up there you go. Good job. It's still saying that there is wheat in this field. What? Wait. Visit. What the fuck? Where is my canola? I planted canola. What the fuck? I cultivated and planted canola. Where did that go? Did it not save? Saying it's fertilized and got lime. What the fuck? Okay, well then, I guess we're gonna have to redo the seeding. Issue is, this cannot direct drill, I don't think. So we're gonna have to cultivate it again? What the fuck? I cultivated it and I planted it. And it was fine. Why has it reverted back to harvested wheat? What the fuck? Can we even plant anymore? No, it's outside the planting season. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? I planted canola. We did that on stream. Where did it go? Okay. Well, I guess. Switch control group. We're just gonna have the tank on the front for balance. I guess we're just gonna have to send a worker in. I don't know what happened. We cultivated the field on stream. We also planted the field. Well, actually, I think we had a worker plant it, but still. We did that stuff, so why is it no longer... Can I please attach the cultivator? There you go. What is that bullshit? We can go back and look at the VODs. In fact, let's do that real quick. Let's see. So we planted in this stream. Okay, so skip ahead. Okay. Okay. Let's see. That sure looks like it's planting. We had the planter running. What the fuck? Yes, was very bad at controlling it and keeping it in straight lines, but it was planting. Can I? Because I do remember checking to see if it was in fact planting. Would have been about here. So I went a bit, and then I believe I got out and checked. Yeah. So let's see. Because it was like, I'm not sure if it's actually doing anything. Crop type, canola, growth, growing. We planted canola. The game agrees that we planted canola. Therefore, where did the canola go? What the fuck? So not only do we now have to... Because, yeah, there's no canola. I can even stand in the same spot we tested. It was like here. It just says wheat. Where did the canola go? We planted it on stream. It's just gone. Well, we've got to do some things to make money, so I guess let's have an AI worker cultivate that field. What, I'm an object? What are you doing? Whatever, they'll take care of it. I'm so confused. Okay, well, while they're redoing the planting of the field, I guess we can't do canola then, even though we already planted it. The game decided to forget that we planted the field, I guess, so hopefully we'll, by the time it's done, I guess I can switch to 1x timescale. We could plant wheat or barley, because that's the only other thing we could plant in October. So I guess so that we can actually get things planted before winter, since it decided to unplant our field, let's put it on 1x timescale. And I don't know, I guess we'll look at contracts and try to make some money while it's not letting us do anything. The issue is the contracts themselves. Our powerful tractor is stuck redoing our fields, so if it was 33 or 13 there, well, 9's not that big, but it's vegetables, so we would lose 600. It's not really worth it. Stone picking, we don't have the equipment, and it's a big field. I guess thing is, we can't do any sort of cultivating or plowing because our tractor that can, well, I guess we could borrow. Thing is, I'm fairly certain doing 4 or even, well, let's try 14. We'll borrow the items. Okay. So now we connect that to the quadra-track. And now we have to head down to field 14, which is down there. Okie dokie. Jesus, it's like a spaceship in here. The upholstery's kind of cheap looking though. Uh-oh. I've jackknifed against myself. Like, I mean, I think it'd be better if they ruched the leather. Also, it is very quiet inside of it. So I don't know how big this cultivator is, but I don't know. We'll be getting 40 grand from the contract. And we are... Oh, God. Come on. Come on. We can figure this out. We did it. You know, that's kind of the thing, though. The AI workers seem too cheap. Like, we could just have the AI worker do this, stand around, and still make, like, 30-some grand. If not, probably like 38, if not more. But, you know, we already have an AI worker doing our damn recultivating our field, and then he'll be replanting it, which is dumb. Especially now that we're going to have to do barley or wheat, which is going to have less profit, but it's our only choice. This thing's not exactly fast. I mean, it is. It's going at 40 kilometers, and I might need to adjust my mic arm. There we go. But, like, it is huge, and this is like a 200 grand tractor. But it does have, what, like 4 billion horsepower. Okay, what field are we working on? Field 14, so keep going. God, trees. Wish I could cut them down so that this cultivator won't get stuck on them due to my bad maneuvering. Now, we'll try cultivating it ourselves. Because that's kind of the thing. We're stuck with one field. We have no money to buy any other fields or anything else, and we can't harvest until spring. So what do we do until then? I mean, there's probably contracts we can do, but... Okay, this is the field here. Okay. Unfold cultivator. Ooh, it's actually bigger than I thought. Okay, oh god, this field is a lot bigger than I expected. That's good enough. Lower. Mode deep cultivator. Didn't know that was a thing, that you could change that. Oh god, the working speed is very slow. How long is it going to take to do 1%? I think it's functioning. Still haven't even done 1%. There's 1%. Okay. So, that took about 2 minutes. So, 200 minutes, so about 3.5 hours. Get on with it. Objectifying me. What the hell are you doing? Oh, whatever. They will make money for me while I sit back and do nothing. Well, let's see. Yeah, I did realize I was looking at the stuff. So even though our thing was at the right height, it wasn't actually lowered by the game's thing, so it didn't actually do anything. So that's why it didn't work. Well, we could do that dead wood. Harvesting contracts aren't too bad, except for the fact that they're vegetables, which we would have to borrow. Same with that one. That was a tiny field, but vegetables, so we'd have to borrow, which gets only like 2 grand out of it. Even though it is only 1 hectare. And I kind of want to learn that green bean stuff. You know what? Fuck it. Well, you're some way done. Okay. Good, it has a header on it. So then we can get in the fancy tractor. Start. Okay, there it goes. Load up to the fancy trailer. Okay. So I'll get out there. So we are heading to field 11, which is all the way over there. Where is the road there? Down there? I ain't doing that. I'm just gonna cut over the stream and hopefully the rented equipment will survive. AKA not get stuck. I don't care if it gets damaged. Oh god, 10 kilometers an hour. Oh, that was just in reverse. Okay. Oh, we got some hit. Good. Okay, so I don't think it will take that long to... It should only be 1 trailer load. And as for harvesting that field, it's 1 hectare. So, even though this looks to have like a 3.5 meter harvesting thing, I assume it won't take that long. Hopefully. I mean, we're getting so little for the thing. Okay. So, back up. Jeez, it's got emergency exit. Okay, so now we're gonna go along here. Just keep going. It's not our equipment, so we don't care if it gets damaged. There's no such thing as things that make sense in this game. Okay, so the field. I should be, yes, going across this field. It's not my field, so I don't care. So we'll get this started on harvesting. 11, which we are going to have to cross the stream to get there. However, I believe this can do it. Look at them big wheels. And the little tiny wheels. coming up to the ditch. Will we be able to cross it? Maybe? Okay, I think. Yes, that's working. Now we do that. Yes! Now that's farming. Do a handbrake turn. Oh yeah, it has no handbrake. And it's a gigantic, slow-moving vehicle, but... Okay, so... Gonna want to unfold harvester. Lower harvester. Turn on harvester. And toggle AI worker. Doing. Oh, whatever. How is our... Okay, they've got a little bit left. We'll check again once we get the Fent and the trailer over there. God, these new tractors take forever to turn on. Ow. Okay, yeah, already 1% done. And I'm cultivating 11%. And we're not even doing any of the work. We're just acting as... We're just delegating it out, and I guess we'll see what kind of profit we make, but... Oh, jeez, this thing is... Like, it's designed for visibility, except they made it so that your head is in the sunroof, or in the roof. So you can't see shit. The center of our vision, the horizon, is blocked by the roof. This thing can go 53 kilometers an hour. And you can't see more than 100 meters ahead of you. I wish they'd let you duck or something. Yeah, I can't even see. Like, what would happen if I had to slam on the brakes? Okay, it comes to a stop fairly quickly. Okay. And this should be able to handle that, no problem. Yep, whee. Where even is the green bean harvester? Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me. No idea what it's trying to do. Okay, they've still got a little bit left. You have a lot left. Okay, so we've done 5%, and that has filled up about 6% of the harvester. So, for every percentage of harvest it does, it gets an extra percent. So we'll have to grab it before it's full. I have no idea what the hell they're trying to do. You know, like I understand the design, you know. You got better visibility for like working in orchards and stuff, and then the game just ruins it by, because like your ass, the ladder does not function. Okay, let's just sit here. So your ass is there. Your head would be about there, but the camera is up here. How does that make any sense? It's called a headrest for a reason. That's about where your head is. Not up here. Oh, I think we should open cover. I think it's open. I can't tell. Yep, it's open. Okay. So while the green bean harvester does whatever it's trying to do, I guess, we will, I don't know, I guess we could grab the Ford and move the seeder closer so that when it's done cultivating, we can immediately switch it back over to planting. Probably. Still find it dumb that we have to completely replant it. We planted it with canola within the canola season. It then decided that it didn't want to be planted and unplanted and cultivated the field. Why? Love that. Now, we very much do not have the power for this to operate the seeder, because that requires 120 horsepower. This has 79. But we're not using it on this. We're just bringing it over there so that when the worker finishes, we can immediately take the cultivator off, put the seeder on, and have the worker go back out. Oh, that's stupid. Why did it undo the cultivating and the planting? Like, if it undid the planting, I'd say, like, okay, maybe it was out of season or something. But it undid the cultivating and, whoa, put the wheat back in. Well, how does that make any sense? Okay, let's lower the seeder. Now it's putting less... Whoa. Okay, it looks like they're doing the outers, so they've only got a couple more passes left. So let's park our Ford here. In fact, no. Let's park not the Ford, but the planter, and we're gonna have to switch it over. Select seed is Y. Grass, peas, spinach. Are we gonna want wheat or barley? Okay, so no. There we go. Barley peaks out about 1,000 per unit. I don't know if that's liter, ton, doesn't say. While wheat peaks out at about 1,200. So wheat seems to be more valuable. So then we'll switch it over to wheat. It's already wheat. Okay. So now we drop that. Turn the Ford around. And we park it. Because, yeah, we did the lime after we planted the canola. And it has the lime. Therefore, where the fuck did the canola grow? I mean, I guess I could look that up. Simulator 25. Nope, I don't need a comma. Field unplanting itself. It says I'm not seeing anything. Field deplanting. I can't see anything. Well, I don't know what the fuck happened then. It got rid of our crop that we planted. Hopefully it doesn't get rid of the wheat, because we're at the end of the season. So what I'd like to do, I guess now we're just kind of waiting for them to finish. So let's go to the shop. So what I'd like to do is, if we go all the way, where do I need to go? Construction, there we go. What I would like to do, just so that we kind of have stuff, some sort of income. I'd like to get a barn. So the big cow barn from a mod. Thing is, I don't even know how valuable it is, and I know that they are expensive, but so like a basic barn is about 100 grand. I mean, there's that one that only holds 20, which would be fine. 20 to 30. Yeah, actually, that would be fine. How big is that? Not very big at all. So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that one. But then how much do the cows themselves cost? About $1,000? Or if we buy them as a baby and raise them over the course of 2 years, we could save a lot of money. What about pigs? But pigs don't produce anything other than when you sell them. Sheep will produce wheat, I think. Yeah, they produce wool. And they are cheaper. Horses, I want to try, but I know they're very expensive. Chickens are cheap, and they produce eggs. Okay, how much is a chicken house? Cows? So horses are more expensive. Pigs are cheap, but you only make profit when you sell them, and they do cost a lot of food. Sheep are also quite cheap. Chickens are super cheap. In fact, we could probably get chickens right afterward. The issue is they need food. Can you just buy food for them? Animals, food. So we can buy 1,000 liters of wheat for $1,000. That's expensive. But we're going to store our field full of wheat after this year, after we harvest it in the spring. And that would be fine for chickens. Let's go back. So, nope, wrong thing. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Construction. So chickens could take wheat, barley, or sorghum. Chickens would definitely be the best option, because how much do eggs sell for if we do not do anything with them? 42 grand per whatever. So that is pretty damn good. And all they take is wheat and maybe water, but water can be gotten from anywhere, I think. And then that could be refined into... Are there any refined chicken products? But how do you refine them? I'm not seeing any refined chicken products. Do chickens produce... Can you turn eggs into clothes? You can turn meat into clothes if Lady Gaga's anything to go by. So can you turn... I don't think there... I mean, cake probably is, but... I don't... Like, I haven't... The last Farming Simulator game I played was 19, which didn't have all this production stuff. So, like, all I'm seeing is Sawmill. That's the only one existing one. Which can turn wood, if you buy it, can turn wood into planks and wood chips. Well, actually, how much are planks worth? Because we could theoretically do that. Planks are worth about $4 grand per whatever. And the wood chips are worth about $1,000. So that's not that bad. However, how much is the sawmill? The sawmill is by $100,000. And we would have to get some sort of tree production. Okay, so chickens would probably be the best idea. Cheaper than cows, more effective than pigs, probably better than sheep. Because sheep only require grass, though. Which is just bales, I think? Bales. Yes. But an 8 cubic meter bale is also 1,500. I don't know how much sheep go through. Oop, wrong key. So I'm thinking chickens would be the best thing. There are bees, though. Wait. You will be placed at a centralized location. Beehives produce. It will be placed at centralized location, which has to be bought and placed separately. Where is centralized location? Oh, okay. Beehive honey pallet location. Okay. How much is honey worth? Honey is about $3,000 a unit, which is not bad at all. So that might be a good idea as well, because that's entirely passive. But that's going to have to wait until we... Okay, they're almost done. And you are... Oh no, that is you. Okay. So you are almost done. I guess you've missed a lot of spots. I should cut your pay. But, okay, so we'll be done there. We'll drive it over there, switch to the planter, and then have the AI go around and plant wheat, since our canola got unplanted magically, even though it was planted when we... Because we planted it and we put lime on it in 2 separate streams. And when we put lime on it, the canola was still there. And now it's gone. So where did it go? Why did they miss spots? Lower that cultivator. Fix it. Gotta clean up over these lazy bums, shoddy workmanship. Oh no, I just folded it without lifting it. I didn't even know you could do that. Typically it says, oh no, you can't fold it with it lowered. Okie dokie. So, what I think I'm going to do is drop it off here. So that the floor can back up to it and move it back to the shed. Vent. Come on. It didn't take so long to change it to forward and reverse. Okay, there we go. Now just get in the field and now activate AI worker, and they will just decide where they want to do it, because apparently the way I do it is bad. Stop objectifying me, damn game. Okay, this is gonna be very back heavy. Whoa, are our front wheels even on the ground? Nope. Oh god. I don't have another tractor that can afford a front way. Because they're all... I thought we'd be able to at least move it about. Well, we could just use power to steer it. No, that does not work. What if we move in reverse? No, because then we still can't steer. I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, this is not working. Wait. If only it actually had, because it has split braking. You can see it there, but that's not a feature in the game. There's a mod for it, but the icon for it's AI generated, so as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist. Also, it just seems like a hassle. But in real life, split braking is very useful in times like these, and just in general. Okay, we might be able to get home. We're steering! Uh-oh, there's a bump here. Oh god, we're turning. Ooh. Oof. Back it up. Okay. Turn. Turn, 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 turn. Uh-oh. You know what? I think that's good. That's a good spot for it. We'll keep it there. Okay. So that harvesting contract is kind of stalled, so... I'm wondering if the planter is full? Cultivating's going 5. Blocked by an object. Okay, then. Turn on! Piece of shit. There, you happy now? Can't stay inside the field, can ya? How much do you have in you? 20% dirt. Liters. Working with 2,000 liters out of what? 10,000? No, out of a lot more. Okay. Well, you could have said worker is blocked by an object instead of doing. We'll leave them to their own devices. Okay. Yeah, like, I like my wagon. It's not very good. It's a fairly small capacity, but I like the gravity wagon with the side chute. And it was cheap. So yeah, it's kind of a case of waiting. I guess we do have that baler. We could try to bale the grass we mowed. But, issue with that is... this requires 115 horsepower. Our only high horsepower tractor is occupied. We kind of have nothing to do. Because these can't run the baler. Really, I don't need 2 of these. This one's my loader tractor. I didn't have to buy this one. I bought it just because I thought it had a front hitch, which it does. It's just not functional. It's decorative. And like, it is good for stuff. It's more faster and a bit more maneuverable than the Ford, but it's not exactly all that useful. Why did I jump in here? Okie dokie. Well, let's take a look at our silo. I never really did that. So this, I think, is where you add this stuff into the silo. While this is where you take it out. And it can hold 900,000 liters. Let's see, we've got some Legos. And that's it. I'm assuming this has like a drying function or something. I don't know. Are there ladders or how do I get up? Like, oh, there's a ladder. What? What the fuck? This ladder isn't real. Let me get on top of my silos. Okay. You better actually be planting wheat. Fertilized 50%. Crop type, wheat, growth, growing. Why is it only in this one spot? I'm so confused. Or is it just in the middle? Okay, they did the middle first or something? Yield bonus plus 72%, fertilized 50%, weed growing, weeder needs rolling. Well, is that something one of our other tractors could work on? The rolling. Because this is our roller. It needs 120 horsepower. We do not have 120 horsepower on any tractor other than one currently in use. What do I even have these tractors for? Other than the loader one. But the Fendt could have a loader. I just didn't get one to keep the cost down. And also because I prefer to have a smaller tractor as a loader tractor. Well, I guess now we just kind of gotta wait for the money to roll in. It's gonna be probably another 20-30 minutes till we get that cultivating contract done. Where are the boundaries of our property? Can we cut down this tree? I don't think we can. Let's see, all the way at the bottom. We can! This is our property, okay. Timber. Okay, well. Maybe then we can... We have that deadwood contract we can do. And, well, we've got this tree that we didn't need anyway. That was apparently on our property. I didn't realize that. And we can sell it. So let's grab them and just throw them on the road. Come on. Okay, and grab this half of it. Oh, toggle super strength. Wow, we are so strong. Okay, Alt S. Oh, that was Control S. Alt S. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we want to kind of cut these two there. And then this, like, kind of here. No, here. Now we've got that bit. This one can be cut, like, here. Okay. So, we have that deadwood contract that we can do over by the sawmill anyway. So... Wait, where? Okay, it's over there. So, we can grab the Ford. We can grab our trailer, load the tree on, that tree onto it, sell that on the way to the deadwood contract, accept the deadwood contract, just kind of do it quickly, like not even bothering to cut the trees into ideal lengths, just loading them on with the super strength and calling it a day, because that will result in we're stuck on the oh, we fixed it somehow. Don't know how. I just crashed into the seeds with the fertilizer. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, self-made forest trailer. Okay, we're doing pretty good at backing it up, and then it's deafening. But that's fine. Okay. So let's load up that trailer. Whoop. So this is good wood. This isn't dead wood like we've been dealing with. This is actual tree. Pick it up. There we go. And then this bit, it's very small, but it's fine. This stump is basically all that is. Let's get that a bit in so it's not rubbing. And this, okay, turn super strength on, because these are, I could move that, and I'm very weak. Like, I mean, I would not be able to do that with it, but I could, at the very least, move it. You know, tie a chain to it and put it on the back of something or something like that. Okay. Put on the straps. Okay. That one is a bit... It should be fine. Is it? Well, it's not budging, so... It'll be fine. And hopefully this will give us 500 or more. It's gonna take us a while to get there, but it'll be fine. Oh, and my photo transfer finished. Open cover. Yeah, close cover. Hopefully this will give us a good amount of money. And if not, we have the Deadwood contract to do there anyway, so we're still going to be making at least $1,000. And while these wages are coming out a lot, shouldn't bankrupt us, and we're going to get quite a bit from these, well, not much from the harvesting contract. That really seems to have been a mistake. But that cultivating one's going to give us $40,000. So even taking the AI worker wages out of the case, which, can I see how much that's costing me? New hand tools, 500. Property maintenance, sold wood, seed cost, fertilizer cost, sold products, -9. Wage payment. So this month, so this will be the things that we have going right now, was 1,364, which I will admit is quite a bit. But if we still make like 40 grand from that cultivating contract, we're in the plus by a lot. And then if we can just send them to another field, like the larger one, and I could just AFK overnight or something while it does a $200,000 contract. Well, then I'm in the gold. Like then I can actually buy a field or a cow pasture, which that's kind of the issue though, is I have nowhere to put a cow pasture. Hey, what the fuck, you maniac? Hey. Get out here right now. We need to exchange insurance information. I'm popping your tires. Bastard. Look at what you did. You hit my tractor. That car should be confiscated. Oh, and now you're driving on the wrong side of the road, fucking maniac. I swear, some people should just not be allowed to drive. So that's all the way down, so we do that, and then we angle it up. So now, because I installed that thing that at the bottom that tells me the angle. Please. And now our forks are as low as they can get, but angled up. Okay, so hopefully this elm will give us a good amount of money. I'm hoping at least like 500. Because it wasn't that big of a tree, but when a dead wood gives you about 200, and this is not dead wood, I assume it will give more. How are you doing over there? Can't tell. Probably good. It says 70% done. Ooh, them wages are coming out quick. Okay, down to 600. We're almost gonna bankrupt ourselves. But if we could just be a farm manager and contract everything out and still make a good amount of money, I'd say that's a good idea. Okay. So all that is in there. Sell wood. 280. That's it. Okay. Well, let's take that deadwood contract real quick. Contracts, deadwood. Accept contract. I can only have 3 active. Oh, that one's canceled. Yay. Now we can go cut down these trees that we already cut down. Literally the previous deadwood contract. We cut down these trees. So what my plan for these is, because we just get paid, the contract is just for cutting down the trees. However, what we can do is sell them and get money. But what I could do is just, I mean, really, can't I just grab the tree, turn on super strength? How much do I get if I just bring a tree over there to the sell zone? I don't think it will give too much because it's big. Because I think that if it doesn't fit in the sell zone, and also it's very hard to maneuver when you've got a gigantic fucking tree. Because the game isn't designed for this. But it is very funny, so... Okay, so let's see. If we just... Come back! Come on. Come on, little tree. There we go. Okay, so now we get it there, and now we cut it into small pieces here. Okay, we can't do that because it's not on the plot that we're allowed, even though it is the tree we cut down. So, I guess let's just lay it haphazardly, and we get 61. So, yeah. I guess it does matter if you actually do cut it to pieces that fit in the thing, which is dumb, but because the longer the tree, the better. But I guess that's not how things work. Oh, did I not fall? Hope it magically regenerated itself, I guess. Okay, cut this one down. And I don't care that much about the money from these trees, because really, we could consider ourselves done with the contract and take our 1,500 euros, like, just after cutting them down. So it's just bonus money, but, you know, the money is nice. Cut that down. Now there's just one left, two left. Okay. Put you down. Taking a leap of absence. Okay. And now we've got this tree. Ooh, $1,000 wage payment. That's expensive. But if you look at it, we went from 700 to 800 because we sold the wood. That's why. I guess let's just trim off the branches of all these, just so that we can move them easier, I guess. Wait, oh, there's still one more tree. Cut you down. Okay, so that's already 1,500 died. So anything past this is just straight profit. However, I kind of don't want to deal with moving everything one by one, so they're like loading the trailer. So I think I'm just gonna put them over to the cell zone, which is stupid. This cell zone is stupid. It's too small. Which is why you get so little, because you're not actually selling the full tree. You're just selling that bit. Which I guess if I do it diagonally, that will have more tree in there. So like this one gave us 51. That was less. I don't know how this works. You get 150 if you sell the tree cut up into little bits. You only get 50 if you sell them a whole ass tree. How does that make any sense? You want longer pieces of wood. You buy lumber by the foot. So cutting them into like 3-foot pieces should get you less, not more. But sure, I'll sell them for $50 a piece. Sure. I mean, I'm getting $1,500 from the contract, so that's not really the hard part. And we're super strong, so we can just carry them over. It's not that I'm too lazy, because they're basically done nothing but wood contracts, because they're cheap and easy, and they give you a decent amount. Like, it took, what, 20 seconds? Or not 20 seconds, but like 2 minutes to cut down all those trees, and that's 1,500. That's not bad. Okay, this tree. Yeah, I do not understand. It has to just be the size of this cell zone. Because a full tree is, even if, yes, I haven't cut the branches off, but even if I had cut the branches off, it would be worth more than a tree cut up into 4-foot pieces, because lumber is by the foot, not by the 6-foot piece. So I think it's just that cell zone is too small, but I don't know, we're kind of stuck on this map because we already started, and our Farming Simulator playthrough has not exactly been well received, because who wants to watch some idiot play Farming Simulator when, like, you could do your taxes or, like, commit a bank heist or get a prostate exam be murdered. I'm just thinking of things that would be probably more preferable to most people than watching my stream. Dying from nuclear radiation. Meeting Mitch McConnell. Having to spend a night in the same bed with Bill Cosby. Eating American cheese. Well, we're up about $400 from this contract already. And we haven't even accepted the payout. Or brought back all the trees. So, like, yeah, logging contracts are very good. I honestly almost want to do one of those logging challenge maps. And just kind of build it up to farming. That would be fun. But I'm not very good at the game. So I don't know if anyone would watch that. We could try it, though. Because then we would spend our starting money not on tractors, but on, like, wheel loaders and tree harvester things. That way we don't have to use chainsaws and stuff. Like, logging has always been a big part of Farming Simulator, but it's also a part I've never touched too much. Like, I've cut down plenty of trees and sold them, but mostly that's been just cutting down the tree, cutting it into spots small enough to fit in the trailer, and then selling that, rather than, you know, having forestry as the main income. So I think that's all the trees brought to the harvest, or sold. Yeah, we only got 50 per tree, but... Oh no, wait, we've got one more. I kind of want to see how much more we'd get if we cut it up, but I know that, you know, when you sell 2 trees at once, normally you get about 300. Which is why we really should have cut these up, because we desperately need money. Like, I'm very well considering just starting over because we made so many bad decisions because I'm very stupid that we just have no money and have very few ways to make money other than contracts. Okay, so now that is all that, so we can collect that. That's 1,500. Now let's see. Are you done? Wheat growing. Okay, they're just finishing up. You are almost done. You are about half full. Where do you unload? I think it's this side. I guess let's jump into Fence Xylon. I think it's over there, but my head's stuck in the ceiling, so I guess I can switch the out of bounds camera. And we'll just have it unload the first bit. That way we don't have to do it again later. Okay. No, don't you? Okay. How far away do I have to do? Is this good? Are we green beaning? I think we're green beaning. I don't think they're missing. They look like they should be, but they're not. Okay, has it emptied? Yes. No? Mass. Well, why isn't it doing anything? Why are all the AI workers me? Okay, it had to put its thing away. Okay. Well, that cultivating contract's almost done. Let's see, now that we've finished that... Yeah, this harvesting contract is not profitable at all. We're not going to have a loss on it, but we're making barely anything. Wood transport, stone picking. Yeah, this one might be a good idea. Just hire an AI worker, have them do it, and then walk away with probably about 200 grand left over. That's not that bad. Same with the plowing. I mean, we lose out on 400, we lose out on a bit because we're contracting it out, but we're still making a decent amount of money. So they're contracting it to us, and then we subcontract it out, the subcontractor of the subcontractor. Okay, so now that is planted with wheat. It is growing. It does not need lime. It is fertilized on the first stage. I think you have to do the second stage later. I don't know. Oh, I didn't realize that showed us the exact bounds. So yeah, we own that entire bit there. I thought it was up to this little driveway or whatever. And then we also own that little bit and that little bit, but not that little bit. Well, where would be a good spot for a cow pasture? I mean, that's kind of the thing. Like, most of this land is not buyable or usable. So you're kind of limited. Like, that is just sheds. That's a field. That's a field. That's a forestry area. That's a field. That's a field. This map sucks. Oh, own use. Reap what you sow. Yep, I'm sure am reaping. Not the AI workers. Nope, it's me. I'm the reaper. Made in Brazil. Seasons don't fear the reaper, nor do the wind, the sun, and the rain. It can be like we are. Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper. Where did those trees come from? Those weren't there 5 seconds ago. Okay, that cultivating contract's almost finished. Let's see how much we're going to get left over after all the payments. Because, like, if it's like 35, 40 grand, like, we might as well just keep doing that. Keep subcontracting contracts out. And then we can actually afford to do things. I don't like doing that. It feels wrong, but this map sucks. Like, this is officially developed by Giants. So why does it suck so much? Well, let's slowly drive home. Our Ford made us a good $1,500 euros. So that's good. I am curious. Does this connect to the tractor hydraulics in any way? So it's got an underframe mounting. And then it's also got a side frame mounting, and that's it. where do the hydraulics get their power from? Because the hydraulic PTO. Wait, is there not one on this? Typically it's there, or it's like on the side here. I don't know. I'm more familiar with belt PTO, which goes to show the era of tractor I'm familiar with. Okay, well, 97% done with that field. How much are we gonna get? I guess as long as it's like 80% of the standard reward, I would be fine with that. Higher than that, or less than that, if it's like 50, it's still kind of worth it. It's still free income, but, you know, it's the case of doing nothing while it does that. Which I'm assuming that the one tractor has finished planting our fields, so that is good. Because that means that the wheat is growing, and then we can switch it off of 1x time scale. We're going to have to spray it, but we now have a sprayer full of spray. And hopefully we're drifting off. You believe in magic when a young girl's heart, but a beat up body, believe in magic. I suck at controlling the loader, but that thing in the bottom right definitely helps. And look at that, we're almost home. It's the damn Skoda guy again. Come here. Come here, you bastard. I'm flipping your car. What the fuck? He has a force field. Well, then I'll just break his windshield. Come here. Come here, you bastard. I'm gonna drive over ya. Yeah, teach you to mess with me, you bastard. Yeah, get fucked, Skoda man. Oh, I'm stuck on Skoda man. Uh-oh. Can I move Skoda man? Where's... Why is there not a gun add-on to shoot passers-by? Okay. Go, Skoda man. Why must you torture me so? Okay. There we go. Fuck you, Skoda man. Okay, so that's the cultivating contract finished. Collect. Well, no shit, it was completed. So now we have 42,000. Honestly, I don't know how long it would take it to do that 200 grand contract, but I mean, then again, we can just choose not to lease it and have it do with our own tractor, but then we're not getting as much money. But it does not matter because it's only like a $200 difference, or like 400. Anyways, it looks like the green bean harvest has stopped again. That contract's definitely been more trouble than it's worth. Okay, what's wrong with ya? Okay, and you're done. No, you're still working. Okay, it'll be done in a while. Okay, then. So, we have that contract going. There is a time limit, though, I think. That's what that 10 hours is. So I can't just leave it AFK, I don't think. Because, yeah, if I just AFK'd and let an AI worker do this, like, we would make 220 grand probably at least. But if it ends in 10 hours, then, well, we're kind of fucked. Anyway, this harvesting contract's shit. Because we're only going to get like 2 grand from that contract. Anyways, let's... God, they couldn't even fold the cedar back up, lazy fucks. Wheat growing. Okay, you better actually grow this time, you piece of shit. Why did it stop folding? Fold cedar. Just because I get out doesn't mean the hydraulics stopped working. I guess the engine did shut off. Oh, the herbicide's in the front tank. I was going to say, why is it saying there's herbicide? It's in the front tank. So I'm just using that basically as ballast. So it needs rolling. I can try to do rolling. I can also probably fail to do it, but it's cheaper for me to do, and it's just a yield increase anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so now we could afford chickens. In fact, we do have time. So maybe it's chicken time. Before that, let's lower the cedar. And drop it down. Because with the chickens... Oh, I just ran over the weight. Come on, shift into reverse. Why do you go into fifth? Grab the sprayer back on this. I need a lighter tractor or another heavy duty tractor or a high horsepower tractor that I can use while having another tractor with the sprayer on it at all times, because that is very convenient, just because that's a big ass sprayer. But anyway, I guess we are kind of waiting, but I don't know, I'm not going to start a new thing. Let's just take a look. Map. Vehicle shop. Visit. Oh, but though there is the issue of we need to transport the chickens somehow. I guess you don't transport chickens, only sheep. Which means if we just do chickens, not only are they themselves cheaper and take up less space, big thing, but, oh yeah, and there's also bees. Can we do bees? The mouse got stuck. Where is our land? Okay, here's our land. Okay. Is there a way to show my land boundaries? No. Okay, so this is where honey is generated. And we've got plenty of room back here. That I don't really care about the proximity yield bonus. I just care about making money. So let's place down a bees. There. And now, does it matter? Do larger ones make more honey? Well, I mean, we have the money. Might as well buy a fancy one. And then, I don't know. How do I rotate? That. Okay. Let's just buy a few. And then, okay, that should be good. So now, we should have honey production. Because those should be linked to that. Okay, and now chickens. So the vanilla one is by far the cheapest. Okay, how does that work? Oh, okay, so it's just a fenced-in area. Okay. But there are modded ones that look a bit better. Or look worse, but they are smaller. See, so that can hold 31 chickens. That's pretty good. That can hold 30. Worse and more expensive, but it looks better. That can only hold 20. It's even more expensive, but it looks okay. That's also 20. That's 20 and very expensive. That's 20 and very expensive. That's 360. But it's super duper expensive. So I think we're just going to go with the vanilla one. And our chickens can live. Let's see. So the cell area is on this side. So we kind of can do it like right. Cannot place fence here. Overlaps. Oh, don't. Cannot place fence here. Okay. Where can I put it then? I could put it there. I'd rather not, though. Why can't I put it here? Because there's other fences in the way. Okay. Enter demolition mode. If we remove these fences, I'm not allowed to? Well, that's some bullshit. Then where the fuck can I place this? Can't place it there because it overlaps. Oh, I can place it on the fucking gravel. No. No. That was a mistake. Fuck. No. How do I move? I just have to sell it. Well, ain't that some bullshit? And now I can't even click back on it. What the fuck? There we go. Sell. 2,450. Okay, we didn't lose any money. Why isn't it letting me rotate? Rotate the fucking camera! Okay, there's no way to rotate the camera. Just lovely. Okay. Chickens. So I guess we're going to have to put it there and then have it... We want it facing the road. There is fine. Yes. That's fine. Yes. Plant the meadow. Okay, we have chickens. Factories. Oh, wow, these are expensive. Are there even any we could theoretically afford? Where's the mayonnaise factory? Dairy factory. Cement factory. Grain mill. That would be actually useful. Because we can produce grain. We have a gigantic silo to store it. Grape processing unit. Oil mill. Sawmill. Sugar mill. Post office. Tailor shop. Grain mill. Factory. Selling points. Biomass heating point. Debris crusher. Residential mailbox. Agricultural fair. Greenhouses. Makes vegetables if you give it water. That's it? That seems good. I'll have to buy a tanker, but... yeah. Let's build a mushroom greenhouse next to our chickens. Neat. Those are a lot of work. Generators. Those make money per month, though, and it's not that much, and they're very expensive. And yes, there's the subsidies, but that's from a mod, and it kind of feels like cheating. Like the radio towers. If I could, I could do a small solar collector, but it would take so long to earn our money back. So I think we're going to call it there for building things. Okay, so how do I buy chickens? Or mushrooms for that matter. Well, no, we just bring water to the mushrooms and then... But where do I get water? Oh god, I'm gonna have to make a water producing plant, aren't I? So that's where you give them food, and this is where you... Open animal dialogue. Okay, this is where we buy chickens. We can buy them at 0 months for €5. We could buy them at 6 months for €50. Let's buy 5. Well, there was nothing, it said nothing about transport. Okay, and then we're also going to want, let's go with 5 big ones. And then roosters are male cocks. Sure, give us 1 cock. Chickies! Chickies! Look at them! They're chickies! They're so cute! They're gonna want food. They're gonna starve, but... Like... I don't know how to tell if they're dying. So this just needs water. And then it gives mushrooms. Open door. Manage production point. Storing and storing. It's inactive because we don't have any water coming in. Okay, 1 water gives 5 mushrooms. Okay, we need to... Okay, you are almost done, so I guess let's finish up this contract by harvesting and then filling up the rest of this trailer and then taking it to the sell point. That'll give us 2 grand. That's it. This contract was a mistake. Oh yeah, it can't move and harvest at the same time. Okay, get rid of your stuff. Okay. It should all fit in this trailer. Yep, okay. So it can't move while on harvesting. That seems like not a very good thing. But whatever, I don't design the green bean harvesters. Okay, well, we can take a look at this fence Xylon. I mean, it's nice, but that your head is in the ceiling, which isn't nice. It's got front PTO and 3-point. That's very nice. Okay, what are you doing? Hey. Okay. Wait, but you're not done harvesting, are you? There's still that little bit left. Are you gonna keep going, or am I just done? I mean, I don't get the money from selling them, so like, who gives a shit? Okay, he's gonna harvest that little bit left, and then he's gonna put 0.0001 of a liter into our trailer. Green beans. Okay, now we need to fire this AI worker. I said fire this AI worker. Deactivate AI worker. H. Okay. Now we get in the vent. We close the cover. We now take it to the sell place, the U Tree store. Okay. Oh god, this thing is slow. Wait, does this trailer have fucking rear wheel pivoting? I doubt it has hydraulic power on axles. Okay, so I guess we will help. We have to drive in third person. Why would you just design it like that? Because your head is down there, not up here. Did whoever developed this mod, were they like 11 feet tall? Because this is just not realistic. This both breaks my immersion and makes it basically useless. Anyways, I'm not following that trail like that. We're making a cut through the creek. Ow. There's a tree there. It's fine, it's not our tractor. We don't have to worry about it. So yeah, like there's this lake here that can be used for water, but it's a lake and it's quite far away from our thing. But if we could get mushrooms just by putting... Oh god, this might be an issue. Yeah, we cannot make our way through there. We're gonna have to cut it dangerously close to the lake, because I cannot back this up. This is scary. Oh god, there's a tree right in our path. Cut to the inside of it. Oh. Uh-oh. I've completed 80% of the contract. Is that fine? We've got your green beans. Ooh, god, that is close to the water. Okie dokie. Now we go straight, essentially. Except if we go straight, we crash. Take it to the limit. Take it to the limit. This tractor's handling the heavy trailer fairly well. How well can it handle a heavy trailer through a sugar or cornfield? Fairly well. Yeah, like you can even see our eyes are far lower than the actual first-person vision is. Take it to the limit. I like this trailer. Any trailer that doesn't have a front axle pivot, I like. Issue is most of them have it because it is beneficial, but I suck at turning or trailers or anything. In real life, it's fine. In video games, my brain stops working. No, it's not fine. I'm not great at backing up trailers, but that's mostly just due to lack of experience. Okay, it looks like it is over here. Okay, back up. Ooh, nice backup lights. And dump them green beans. We don't get any of the money from this. This better be 100% completion, otherwise I'm going to be pissed. Okay, good. In fact, we got $3 grand from what was left over. That was great. We just got $3 grand from nothing. Plus we get the $2 grand left over from the contract itself. So we actually earned less from the contract than we did the 2% of green bean that was left in the trailer after the contract itself finished. That's funny. That dead wood is only 600 and it's not at the sawmill. Why would I do that? I mean, it's 4 trees. It'd take 30 seconds, but still. And I could just cut them down for 600, but... eh. Well, Now we have to go back to the map. I don't know why I got out of the map. And head to the vehicle shop because we need to, for one, look at the construction, sheds, farmhouses, tools, container, petrol, fertilizer, lime, water. Can supply your water tanks with less fresh water. Does it generate, though? Or do I have to fill it up? Same with the water tower. Constructible, silo extensions, silo sheds. I downloaded a water pump mod, but I don't know where it is. Fences, cows, sculpting. I'm assuming it's in one of these. I doubt it's in silos, because those are, well, silos. It's probably not in silo extensions, because those are just silos. Constructibles, maybe. Nope, those are just sheds that you have to go through a bunch of effort. Container, tools, weather station, power washer, electric charging station, vehicle workshop, small weighing station, saplings, sewage shaft to get rid of water, vehicle workshop, toolbox, and then that's just farmhouses. So I guess containers are wells. Yeah, old wind wheel. This water station can supply your water tanks with fresh water. Okay. So then as long as it's a water tank, it will give us water. So that one is $3 grand. And is that it? That one's $8 grand. Okay, we're going with the vanilla $3 grand one. And hopefully what it says is true and we actually do get it for free. If not, then we have an issue. So where the fuck is our land? That's way off the side. Why? Where is our property? There it is. Okay, so we go right by our mushroom thing. So let's go across from it. There we go. And then, what was the other thing? We needed an actual water tank. Barrels. Tanks transport liquids. So let's see. I like the look of this one. Single axle. It's got Cyrillic on it. You can add wide tires, but I don't know why I would need that. Choose whether or not it's fenders, but let's see. There's that. That one can handle liquid fertilizer as well. That one's for a gator. That's for a semi-truck. And that one's 25 grand, but I do like it. Now there is this vanilla one. That's 2,000 liters. It doesn't look that bad. That does have its own engine. It's not powered by tractor hydraulics, which is fine, but let's see, 2,800 liters for 5 grand. That was 3,200, but it is from a mod, and I'm actually not sure where the pump is. I like it a lot, but I think we're gonna have to go with the vanilla one. Buy the vanilla one. Okie dokie. Now let's jump into the International Harvester. Make our way over there and pick up our new water tank and put the water in the mushrooms. Then hopefully we're gonna have to buy some food to get the chickens through the winter and stuff, but I think they will be fine once we get our field harvested and then just throw everything in the silo. Because doing contract work, just subcontracting all the work out to other people is quite good. It's very, very cost effective because we made 40 grand without raising a finger of our own, apart from moving the machine to the field. We didn't even use our own machine. So like if we did that with that field over there, the one that's 200 grand to cultivate, we'd be very rich. Okie dokie. Let's see. Okay. So this is a vanilla one, but this is a modded tractor. That is designed for an American hitch. This has a Euro hitch. Well, not Euro hitch, but it's a drawbar rather than a ball socket. And Europe uses that hook thingy. Now, of course, this tank can only handle water. But that's fine. We only need it to handle water. Really, we don't even need a tank. We could probably just... I don't know what we could even use, but like, this is overkill. We're just moving water from a tank that hopefully does just generate water. And I made a wrong turn. Fuck. Oh well. Right? I think I can cut over here. There we go. We're crossing into Germany. Border crossing. Okie dokie. So let's head to our water thing and fill this up and then fill up the mushrooms, because all those need is water. And we'll see how much they give, because like if it's a good amount, well, we might as well just go into mushroom farming. That's a lot less work. And I like mushrooms, so it's a win-win-win. Let's just stop and take a quick look at our honey. How are the bees doing? Have they produced any honey yet? There's no information thing. Hopefully they are connected to this and will produce honey. If not, we're kind of fucked. I mean, that didn't cost too much, but it's a passive income source. Okay. Start filling. That was quick. Oh, it costs money? You never told me water cost money, game. Dump water. Okay. Did that fill it? Building storage input water 2,000 out of 2,000 liters. Okay. Let's head in. No active production. So, manage production point. It's on storing. But, so what is the more valuable? Enoki or oyster? Oyster. Cost per month 2. Cost per month 2. Oyster has less cycles and there are less produced. But what are the prices like? Okay, so if I can find it. Ow. Oh, is it crop? No. E. Egg Enoki. Enoki goes for about 1,400 peak. While oyster mushroom goes for almost 3,000. And it's only a little bit less efficient. So, activate. And I mean, I guess we could have it activate Enokis as well. Activate. Change output mode. Selling, distributing, storing. Okay. So is it making mushrooms now? It is. Water just went down. Mushrooms! is amazing. I don't know how I'm doing that. Oh, I accidentally picked it up. Turn super strength off. So this is just going to kind of feed into that. How are the chickens doing? They're 0% health. We're going to have to buy them food. But for now, they're doing good. Look at that one. That's tiny. Chicken! Look at him. He's running around. So cute. So yeah, this is just going to keep draining slowly into this as it uses up water. And we're slowly going to get mushrooms. How many mushrooms has it made so far? It's been about 3 seconds. Saving content. We haven't even made a single liter. I guess it's 1 water makes 5 enoki. So, I mean, it's going to be making them. Slowly. So I think we're doing pretty damn good. I'm going to leave the water trailer. Let's back it up to this. So that, you know, when we next need to add water to it, it's just a case of grab it, drive forward, back up. Okay. If we can manage. Come on. Turn it back around. Nope, that didn't work. I'm bad at this. Okay. I want to purpose... Nope. Okay. Nope, no. Okay, fine. We'll just drive right up next to it and park it horizontally next to it. There we go. So that's slowly going to be filling that with water. Okay, good. And let's park our... Whoa! Help! I flipped my tractor. Be free! Come on. Get back on your wheels. Come on. Whee! Help tractor. Fix yourself. Whee! Oh, come on. Like, this is a good silo. It can hold a lot, but do we even need it? No. Because we don't even have production right now. Aw, so close. Come on. Get on your wheels, little tractor. Whee! On your wheels. Uh-oh. Come back! Oh! Are we gonna do it? Nope, it's still on its side. Okay, where is our farm? It's over there. Whee! Oh, come on, stop falling over. Uh-oh. I just knocked over our thingy-majig. You get back on your feet. You hear me? Go over here. And... Okay. Now we want to do this and then drop you. No. Do that and then drop you. And there we go. And now you're fine, except you want to tip over. However, if I park you... Oh, nope, don't do that. If I do that, nope. What did I just tell you? Now I rotate you around. Wait. Or are you the right way around? Yes, because that faces the back. Okay. Stand back up. What am I saying? Stay back up. Come on, you can do it, little roller. How are you supposed to, like, fix the orientation of things? Okay. Come on, little tractor. Get back on your feet. Or wheels. I guess what I can kind of use is the side of this. That'll get it on its side, and then we kind of do that. And then we ride it. We did it! Tractor is fine! Yay! Good tractor! That would completely destroy it, but... Why did it even flip? Like, it doesn't have any extra weight on it. We just turned sharply. At high speed. There wasn't even a bump there. Okie dokie. Is that supposed to be the throttle linkage? I think so, because there's that, which is the choke. And then there's that, which... Huh? Is that supposed to be throttle linkage? I have no clue. I'm not familiar enough with these later internationals. Do we have mushrooms yet? I want mushrooms. Oh, and we still have to move that back, but it's fine for now. Hi, chickens. Are you still doing fine? They definitely need food, but they're fine. Yes, there's 2 enoki stored and 1 oyster mushroom. We are producing shrooms. Look at this. And all it needs is water and it makes mushrooms. Like, this might be the way to go. Instead of seasonal farming with cash crops, why not do year-round farming with mushrooms? Or vegetables. Or just anything greenhouse. That seems like it's a very efficient thing. Especially because I don't know if that's that's the thing. The prices make no sense because they don't say how many per unit. Is it per unit? Does 1 unit of enoki give 1,000? Because if so, well, we're going to be fucking rich. But if it's like per ton or whatever, that makes things more difficult. So which is it? Show stations. That just confuses me more. Hand tools. Okay, so yeah. So we spent $2,000 on wages today. Now, some of that was redoing our field. So that can be excluded. Let's say that's 600 of that. So we still had an income of over 40 grand. That's not that bad. And that's just the contracts. So if it wasn't for the fact that the contracts have like a 10-hour time thing on them. Well, this one's, well, that's Deadwood. That's why. Like, I think it would just be a good idea to, and I could do that in the morning, just start up Farming Simulator, have a worker start on this, and then we'll have money by, later. Because I'm sure it will take less than 10 hours to finish. However, if I start it now and I don't wake up in time, then we're kind of fucked. Well, anyways, I guess that'll be it for tonight. I thank you all for watching and have a good night. Bye-bye.